Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to News Across Nigeria on Channels Television. I'm Joke Rogers. Thank you for joining us. We start off with this story about the DPR of Petroleum Resources, which has sealed up the NNPC filling stations in Akamkpa local government area of Cross River State, South Nigeria, for allegedly diverting a tanker laden with fuel meant for the filling station to Cameroon. Operations controller of the DPR, Akwa Ibom and Cross River State, Mr. Basi Kanga, said the truck was impounded close to the border axis of Bakassi local government area. In a similar development, 5 stations were also sealed off by the Department of Petroleum Resources in Makadi, the Benue State capital, north-central Nigeria, for various infractions such as hoarding, under-dispensing and price fixing.
As Nigerians groan under the weight of scarcity of petrol, it appears to make no difference to some erring petrol stations where government regulations continue to be flouted. In Cross River State, a tanker load of fuel meant for the NNPC petrol station in Akamkpa local government area was diverted to Cameroon. As a consequence, the NNPC filling station Akamkpa is sealed up and expected to remain sealed for a period of 90 days and payment of the stipulated fine.
It's a continuous process. It's ongoing. We are not stopping after this exercise. It's going to be done on daily basis. Anybody that is caught diverting product will be adequately sanctioned. And I tell you the truth, the fine is huge. 200 naira per liter of the product you diverted. So already 200 naira multiplied by 40,000 gives you good huge of money. That is the fine they have to pay. And we will sanction that station for not less than 90 days. They will not sell product.
The problem we have now is we are limited, as to our ability, to track this, petroleum product up to their destination. My advice to the federal government and minister is, please let every tanker, petroleum tanker, be tracked. We have devices that will monitor movements of truck. If you can track all these trucks, we should know. We don't need to follow them. As they are moving, we know where they are going. If they are diverting, we follow up. At times, when they take this product to their station, all they do is they just maybe discharge about 5,000 liters and then the rest is diverted. This is what, we are going to work, and we won't, rest on our oars until we succeed.
The MRS petrol station in Calabar South was selling for above 150 naira per liter, but that quickly changed to 86 naira 50 kobo per liter when the DPR task force arrived.
If that was end, that is good, because you make the filling station sell the thing normal. But if task force not, they will sell anyhow they like.
If they can do it regularly, it will be better. Because maybe when you left now, if you leave now, maybe later they will change the price. But you can go around every places, it will be normal.
In Benue State, north-central Nigeria, 5 petrol stations were sealed up for hoarding, under-dispensing and price fixing. Most fuel stations sell at 140 naira per liter, leaving motorists complaining about the infractions.
They know that they have committed an offense, so they decided to leave, shut their doors and abandon the filling station. So we have no option other than to seal it. And as it is now, if we come back and check, and if a liter is missing from this stock we are taking, they'll be in trouble.
On seeing the DPR task force, this fuel station with over 11,000 liters of fuel shut down, the workers fled the scene. So the DPR task force sealed up the station.
We have started, and I think that we do not intend to stop at this point. It will be a regular exercise to check on marketers, because you know that change is not an easy thing. They will go back when you leave, and it is for us to sustain the tempo and continually visit them and apply sanctions where possible. And I'm sure those ones that are sealed, there must have been an infraction by some of the marketers.
The continuous infractions of erring petrol stations across the country only points to insensitivity as Nigerians suffer the scarcity until such a time that the situation is rectified as promised by the Ministry of Petroleum Resources.
Meanwhile, Chairman Edo State Petroleum Monitoring Committee has decried the continuous diversion of petroleum products meant for the state from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC Warri Depot. Mr. Amen Osunde stated this while speaking to journalists after monitoring distribution of premium motor spirit to some filling stations in Benin City, the Edo State capital. He said the ban on sale of petrol in jerry cans at fuel stations has been lifted to allow the people deal with the poor power supply.
Members of the Edo State Petroleum Monitoring Committee on the trail of petroleum products supplied to filling stations in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Their job is to ensure that fuel stations that got delivery of petrol dispense accordingly to the public.
As of yesterday, this pump one, I sold this from there.
The team has no problems with the presence of jerry cans placed alongside waiting vehicles at most filling stations visited. Head of the monitoring team, Lord Ame Osunde, laments the incessant diversion of petroleum products intended for the state from the Warri Depot.
Only 4 liters and 10 liters is allowed so that the issue of light can be actually taken care of. They said they've allocated a lot of products to Edo State and to Delta. We have not received so much. We have received just a little, and we have also found out that they have been loading a lot of product from that Warri Depot to the north. We don't know why.
Mr. Osunde urged the public to remain calm, even in cases where branded trucks are seen taking products to different fuel stations.
You will not just see NNPC truck go into an independent marketer. You believe that that product has been diverted, or a total truck or a corn oil truck go into a filling station. You say, oh, it's supposed to go into corn oil filling station. It's supposed to go into a total filling station. No, these trucks are owned by individual. People can rent the truck. He's only branding it for that company. It does not mean he's under that company. They might not be even working for the company.
As the fuel scarcity continues to abate, proper distribution of petroleum products remains an issue, while the committee remains on its toes to ensure motorists and residents receive the necessary attention.
When news across Nigeria returns, northern governors commend the federal government for the war against insurgency. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.